Olivia.
Well, certainly not the 32 waste.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
I mean, that would be-
Officially 4:58.
yeah. I wasn't sure if that one was.
It's
What's your
pretty
phone
close.
say? Is that what your phone says?
That's what my
That's
phone
what my phone
says.
says too.
But if you want to start by that clock, we have.
What's the difference?
Yeah, well, we gotta do the pledge of allegiance anyway.
Well, according to the USM website, laundry's included in their tuition, so I told Kate she can take all of our laundry to school and do it for free.
I'm sure she wasn't fan.
No?
She'll need some bags.
Yeah.
Call the meeting to order.
Good job.
Call it again. Pledge allegiance.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think the warrants are all signed, are they?
Yes.
Any adjustments to the agenda?
Nope.
Any announcements?
I do have one announcement.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll come back to that. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Approve the minutes, anything on the minutes from last month, I guess it was last month.
Yeah.
Any errors or omissions on that? I didn't see any, but
Nothing stood out to me this time.
We will leave the minutes from the
yes,
13th.
motion to accept would be in order.
Well,
From the 13th. The other minutes from the 13th. So I had a boo-boo in my agenda. Oops. Okay, I have the right minutes though.
Yeah, so they are the meeting minutes from the 13th, not the
Okay.
5th. Yep.
so the actual copy of the minutes is correct.
Yes.
Okay, so I make a motion that we accept.
I'll second that, I guess. In favor?
In favor?
Accepted. Okay. Now the adjustments,
None.
announcements.
One announcement. Came from the Bethel Chamber. They wanted to thank the town of Newry, thanks for making the day possible, and congratulations on your first place. John Walker, Chamber of Commerce. Mandy's float for,
Well, that was for the group of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he said thanks for making it, congrats on the first place, and thanks for the town of Newry for making it possible to have
That's good.
the Summerfest. I want to say all that, okay, what was it?
That's because my previous parade floats have been
Yeah,
via the town.
that's all right.
Any public comment? No, we'll go to possible public hearing, maybe.
Nope.
None.
Nope.
Okay. Items of discussion, possible action. Comprehensive plan, I guess it goes on the list first.
So, planning board has to follow the comprehensive plan. Which one do you wanna talk about it a little bit? With planning board, do you wanna talk about it, Ted? Kinda, sorta?
I'm gonna take that as neither.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
talking
I'm getting
about
that impression.
The comprehensive plan was last dusted off in 2005, from what I can tell. And the town seems to be doing fine without one. However, there are some state statutes that say that if the town is to have development districts, which we do, then the town first has to have an accepted comprehensive plan. And so the concern that I have, that the planning board will have, is that if we have an application that is denied by the planning board due to, or it involves the development districts, say somebody wants to put something where it doesn't belong in the development district, they can then, could they, and this is a question, then go to court with a savvy lawyer and say, the development districts are not legal because the town does not have an accepted comprehensive plan.
Was the existing one accepted?
And it's,
Yeah,
that I don't know.
I believe it was accepted years
That's what I
back,
thought.
but it hasn't been touched.
Yeah.
Not that I could find.
And the state statute does require revisions or recertification or reacceptance of comprehensive plans. So, not that I have any desire as on the planning board to go down the pathway called comprehensive plan, but it's something that is of concern to the planning board, and I think should be a concern to the town as well. The other issue which I cannot speak about, but perhaps either Joelle or Loretta can, is the preferential treatment or perhaps requirement for grants that a town have a accepted comprehensive plan in place. So I know that we often don't get grants because of our valuation standing and whatnot, but anything that helps the process or doesn't at least impede it would be well worth.
One less hurdle to go through, right?
The comprehensive plan, just adjusting the tables and bringing like population tables, our growth tables, our death records, you know, those types of tables that are in the comprehensive plan. Just to do that kind of an update with AvCog's help took me over a year by myself to do in Ottawa. So they don't have growth districts. So it's just one of those things that, you know, the more detailed we are, it is a tool that we should utilize. I know it's an expensive upkeep item at this point, but.
Well, that sounds like we better.
We do have some money left over from way back before, it's been carried over for years. We have $8,742, I'm sure it won't go very far, but it's a start.
Yeah.
So who comes up with the plan? Do we have to come up with a plan, or like, is there like a professional who comes up with a plan?
The one we had before, John Maloney from AvCog, worked with the committee of town.
AvCog isn't doing that anymore, are they?
We just got a newsletter this week. They do have a senior land planner. His last name is Maloney, no relation to John.
Okay.
If he's as good as John was, he's gonna be good. But
Even with a consultant doing most of the paperwork, it requires significant input from the town and its citizens.
Yeah, who would?
Yeah, we have a bunch of people that
Yes.
really enjoy joining committees.
Yeah, yeah.
I was on it years ago, Brooks has been
That
on it a couple times already. Yeah. But we brought this to you to see if it's something that we should look into, and
I think we need to look into it,
Well, it kind of sounds like we have to legally.
kind of. I would say,
well, we can put a,
put it on the agenda for a little further along down the year, and we'll get, so we got a little more time, maybe?
yeah,
Well, should we
Well-
ask the guy like what the time frame is?
right,
or
Yeah.
how
check
many-
with AvCog and see where they could fit us in,
Right.
Yeah,
if
that
they
would
could
be-
fit us in.
Because if there's one guy,
He's probably wanted everywhere.
right, it can't be the only place that needs him.
And to that end, it's not just AvCog, it'll be either the select board or a member of the select board, a member of the planning board, probably me, and we need citizens.
Yeah.
From both sides. I mean,
Yes.
we have traffic concern over on the other valley, we have, concerns on this side of, well, do we wanna make this a scenic byway again? All of these things have come up in the last year, so it's certainly something I will petition a couple of folks on that side, other than our select board and planning board members, to come in and be part of that. Maybe we meet every 6 weeks, let AvCog do their thing, and then we can come in and look at their notes. Comprehensive plans take anywhere from 18 months to 2 years to update and flesh out.
So check into it, get a rough idea on cost. I'm sure they're gonna want something.
Oh, yeah. We can do that.
To be continued.
Yeah. I guess we got approval for Gemma Enterprises.
It's a marijuana retail store.
Marijuana renewal.
Yes.
Which one is this one?
Barking dog,
Yes, I thought.
which they've paid, as you can see, because I copied it.
Yep.
So, I sent paperwork into the state that I was supposed to send in, and he did what he was supposed to send in, I haven't heard back, so as soon as it's all ready to go, good to go.
So we just have to make a motion to approve their
Yes, renewal, and
renewal.
then sign them.
I'll make a motion, we approve the renewal of that license.
I will second that motion.
All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor. Does this have to be done in the right color?
Doesn't matter. Not this one, not
I
like
got
that.
it half done.
I hope not, we'll find out, I guess. Well,
He always brings blue nowadays.
I know. Well, I emailed it to the guy, so I guess it doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, really.
I have him to email him to.
Yes, we have. Nuisance alarm ordinance comes up next.
Yes.
Okay.
Guess it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. All right. So the nuisance alarm ordinance came up as a result of the last few years from the short-term rental occupation that Newry has. It's, essentially it's 4 to 5 months out of the year that we really have a heavy concentration of short-term rentals, but that doesn't mean in the last 3 weeks since summer decided to arrive that we haven't seen a lot more traffic hanging around town, renting the houses, doing the hiking and the biking and the, Frenchman's Hole and doing all the things in Western Maine that we love to do. The short-term renter doesn't know how to silence the alarm, doesn't have the code to tell the alarm company when they call, hey, we just burned toast. All right, give us the code. They don't have that. So the fire department gets toned. This could be 9 o'clock at night, it could be 2 in the morning, it could be twice in one night, it could be once a month for the same house. It's a never-ending process. So the fire chief asked for some help getting this ordinance drafted. I included definitions, but the response by the fire department or the mutual aid departments, what that's gonna look like, and then how a fine would be assessed if, in 3 times or more in a calendar year, the same address. And I'll pick on this one. 422 Bear River Road has the alarm go off last Saturday night. It goes off again Monday night, and then it goes off again, 3 months from now. If they haven't fixed their alarm system, and they're having issues, or haven't come up with some type of way to work with their short-term renter that burns the toast, burns the steak, brings the grill in the kitchen, I don't know, whatever it is that they do silly that.
Dust on this.
Or it could just be dust on an alarm. I mean, we've answered 2 to a condo unit in just over this weekend, Saturday night and Sunday night, well, Friday and Sunday night. And these are 11 o'clock at night. We are all in bed. Not that we didn't sign up to get the call and get the tone and get out of bed, but when they don't fix the alarms and they don't maintain them in some of these 30, 35, 40-year-old condo units, that's on them, that's on the owners, and they deserve to be upkeep and to have their short-term renters in there and not be safe. or not have us respond is not the answer. You know, maybe if they start paying some fines, they'll move forward with their homeowners association and get the work done that they need to have done. So that's why we started the ordinance. You all have it in front of you. I can give you a copy if you want.
Yeah, I got one right here too,
Okay.
extra one. I got two couple extra.
So the fine is, if we get called, the fire department gets toned from 911. We're not talking that, you know, our chief or our assistant chief gets called at home saying, hey, we got something going on. This is a 911 initiated response. We're all getting the vibration or the tone on our radios to respond. And sometimes, depending on the fire alarm, Bethel could get toned. So now we've got 2 stations emptying out thinking we got a fire when somebody burned toast. So, a 911 initiated alarm, 3 times in a calendar year, the fine is $250. If they hit 4 times a year, in excess of 4, it's $500 for each additional nuisance alarm. And nuisance alarm is defined by law, so that's in here. It's not a nuisance just to us, it's defined by state statute. Any owner whose system causes the transmission of 3 or more non-emergency alarms within a 24-hour period shall, upon the request of the fire chief or assistant chief, immediately disconnect the system and shall not reconnect it until it's been inspected and repaired by the owner. Obviously, they're gonna call an alarm company. Most owners aren't. I'm not capable of fixing my own alarm system. I have a professional come in. And then lastly, the same violation language that's in all our ordinances per state law is the $100 up to $2,500 per violation per day. All of that, yeah. It's Title 38, MRA 4452. And that's in all our ordinances. And so from the fire department personnel, all read, took a look at, think it's time, and they all voted in approval of this ordinance. Just so you guys know that the fire department, not just 1 or 2 of us, have looked at this. It was voted on at a meeting.
So what happens if we give them a fine and they don't pay it?
That's when the violation kicks in under state law, the 100 by 20, or up to $2,500 per violation per day. We hand it to the town attorney and they start writing letters.
Just because we know how some people are.
Yeah. Yeah.
This would, fire department approved, if you guys approve, then I send it to the attorney, then we'd have to have public hearing, it'd have to go to a
Yeah,
special
you
town
have to
meeting.
go to public hearing.
Yeah. Hopefully that works out with any UDRO or building code updates, you know, everything can happen, that public hearing can cover all the ordinance changes that we're looking at, but this would be a brand new ordinance.
Well, I'll make a motion that we accept this to move on to the next step.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
In favor?
In favor.
The fire chief thanks you, we just couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah,
We got a tag commitment, I guess is what's next.
it is.
What do we got for options there?
Well, we went through it with Rob on Thursday? Wednesday, Thursday last week, I can't remember which day it was. He came in, finished up their work, the assessing work. And the best scenario we could come up with goes up 15 cents, the mill rate would go up 15 cents. We're proposing $8.50 mill rate, it was $8.35, your top one should say $8.50.
Yeah.
Which puts the overlay at $54,557.52. Last year, our overlay was a little less, it was $44,443. That's if we have a lot of maintenance and all that good stuff. And I've got last year's here in front of me. Our total valuation of real estate went up $20,993,000. Our personal properties went down $2,929,182, but the Betty, it's a personal property and the town gets reimbursed for the Betty,
That's like,
like the ski lift and
okay.
that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And, do you have a Betty? I can't even remember where's Betty's, but
I don't,
anyway, our,
Beth Moore was thinking you would get it or
Yes.
something.
so our Betty's went up 28,833,500. So, and that put us in a different bracket, so we're getting a little bit more back from the state. So the taxable, the net that we have to raise by local property taxes is $5,578,575. And that's why we're proposing the $850. We didn't dare go any less than that because that was, the $845, the overlay would have only been $21,000. And it wasn't, we were, with the big houses up at the mountain, we're not quite sure, you know, how it's gonna go. And then he did a $855 just to show you the difference on that, and that would put the overlay at $87,000. You have a percentage that you can only go up so high, but, county tax, you know, is added in. We have to collect county tax, $634,391. Our municipal appropriation that was voted on at town meeting was $1,705,042. Local education was $3,568,741. And then the mill rate, the overlay was 54, so we'd have to collect $5,962,731.52. Then we take out the revenue sharing, we take out the homestead reimbursement, we take out the Betty. And then we take out what we were voted at town meeting to take out of undesignated funds. The new lift at
Barker,
Merrill Hill is very helpful.
Yeah. Plus a few
New houses,
new
well,
houses.
yeah, and some of those will be really taxed next year
For,
for
yeah.
full value, because right now they're
They're not finished.
not even finished, so.
Right.
And some of them may not even be on our radar, because they started after April 1st, so.
Yeah, there's only two that actually, I wanna say two full homes that hit the April 1 deadline for this year. And they weren't complete on April 1, so, yeah, next year will be a different story. We should have probably 4 that are complete next year.
okay, I feel like everybody's
Just
working
up
up
there,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
So we're recommending the $8.50.
I guess I'll make a motion, we go with the $8.50.
I will second that motion.
Thank you, and you get to sign your life away about 3 times, 4 times.
I don't know what the process is, but I vote in favor.
All in favor?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All in
All in
favor?
favor, yeah.
All in favor?
You're rushing it. You're
Yes.
rushing it.
Oh, well, then we can get these tax bills on the rolls.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning will be our test.
Sign there.
Yeah, there's a few, there's a few places they gotta sign. There's a lot of signing.
That's that.
Yes. Is that all the pages I can sign?
We have to sign the county tax.
Yeah, very good. That's another one, huh?
Just 3 for this one?
I'm looking again to make sure. One of my 2 places to sign, there's 4 places you have to sign.
Do they have to sign the bottom on that side?
This one?
No.
This one we gotta sign?
This one they have to sign.
Yep, okay.
Is it, hello?
Just a second, I'm looking.
Do they have to sign the top and the bottom there?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, do the bottom.
2 on one page and 2 other pages.
Okay, take sign above
you.
my name
Yeah.
now.
I was leaving it, well, in case Gary needed to sign it.
Nope, he's not here, so it's, you guys are on the hook.
Here's
Well, I have the other two.
That's right.
The options.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
Discuss reevaluation account being short by 39,000.
Did you do that?
We gotta do the
Some,
county tax first.
County
Oh, yeah, I
tax.
thought we just did that, yeah, I checked it off, okay. Don't mind me, I'm gonna do with this.
That's this.
That's that one.
Okay.
Yeah. We're paying the county tax, it's due September 1st, so we always pay at the end of August.
Okay.
It's just one page.
Yes, just that one page to sign.
That's when we don't really get a choice on.
Exactly.
That's right.
Do they make a motion or
They can make a motion, let's make it right.
I'll make a motion, we sign the county tax.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
Just
See if we get a choice.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks.
Thanks for signing. The county won't have to send us a nasty gram.
Do other towns like not pay?
And
No.
probably some of them are lost.
Some of them are late on occasion, yeah. Even though you have all this time to prepare, but, hey, if people don't,
Some small towns probably have trouble getting their money in.
yes, exactly. If people don't register their cars or pay their taxes or, you don't get stuff. Yeah.
Okay, now we'll discuss the reevaluation account being $39,690 short
Correct.
for 2021.
Yes. When I got a call from the auditor, I did notice that last year that they carried it in the audit. And so this year, the girl, I can't remember her name, the one that called me, and says, what do we wanna do about this 39,000? And at first, we thought that we hadn't paid, the assessor, but we had paid them, we did it in,
Installments.
55, yes, and so they are paid, but the way the money was put in the accounts was not in the right account. So it is short, $39,690.
Well, did we raise enough money to cover that, or
Yeah, it was put in
just a juggling act, then, huh?
yeah, it didn't get put where it's supposed to be for
Okay,
the assessing. So,
we need to vote to put it where it's
they,
supposed to be.
well, they recommend that we'd have to take it to a special town meeting again, to move it from, to take it from undesignated to pay this. So again, this would be another item for a special town meeting.
Okay. So this is basically information.
Pretty much, just getting approval from you guys to say, yes, let's take it out of undesignated and take it to a special town meeting.
Well, I'll make a motion, we take it out of undesignated funds and put it to town meeting before it's finalized.
I will second that motion. And vote in favor.
Yeah. All those in favor?
In favor.
You're doing all right, Dick, you're doing all right.
I'll settle maybe.
Well, sometimes he's right on it.
Well, I'm thinking,
Overthinking, stop thinking.
did you vote, you make a motion to vote on
I said I voted in favor.
it? Okay, and then I vote in favor.
Good.
Okay, the funds for ARPA.
That's the
We need to
ARPA
make-
money.
ARPA money, we need to make a decision. We had some,
We had different thoughts. One time you said a generator at the Sunday River Fire Station. We got an estimate on that. It's about $5,500. And then the heat pumps, these were approved supposedly 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before me. But they're 14,000. We can use ARPA funds for that. So that would be a total of 19,000, but we have $37,000 in ARPA funds, so I didn't know. I think we need to make a plan, because we keep putting it off, so I'm trying to get a plan moving, so I can fill out my applications.
Yeah. I would say, are we accurate on the generator? Because I was thinking it was more like 18,000.
No, this was the last one that he gave us for over there, when you met him, what, 3 or 4 months ago, 5 months ago?
Okay, because it just seemed like it costed 5,000 to get that one replaced.
Yeah,
And that has all the piping.
And there isn't piping and stuff
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, I don't, did he include the gas piping?
I'm thinking not.
No,
No,
he's just an
because
electrician,
they
so
don't-
that would have
yeah.
been like
Flint,
Okay,
community energy,
yeah.
putting in all the gas piping,
Okay.
yeah, propane tanks.
I guess we need to get
Okay.
get a handle on what the
Yeah.
dollars and cents are.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was still on the agenda, so
Yeah.
sure.
Plus we
No, I'm
could-
trying not to forget it, that's why I keep adding it. Okay, we'll get more information. We can,
And we can look, if we got something we can use up the rest of the money on,
yeah, we talked about turnout gear too.
you know, for the fire department. That would be
Yeah.
a good thing.
SCBA,
Yeah,
Yeah,
if we don't get the grant in October,
yeah.
right.
because a 120-pound knee, wearing 80 pounds of gear, I don't move so efficiently.
All right,
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on to cemetery concerns. I talked to you about it, but
yeah.
I'll let you handle that.
So we've been trying to figure out, there was a cemetery committee and they did books and maps and whatever. But when somebody gets buried in the cemetery, nowadays, they don't all go through a funeral home. The family will dig the grave, or sometimes Tink digs the grave. We wanna know how you guys want this done. Do you want us to put it in the books? I don't know what the role is of the cemetery committee. Because we've got a couple over here that haven't been written in the book, and we got a couple up at the head of the tide that haven't been written in the book. That
Where's the book?
we have a book.
What
not
it
good,
used to
but-
be, it used to be if you went through the funeral service
Yeah.
would take care of that. Well, now so many people are just,
Right.
have been cremated and bypassing the funeral service people, and they're doing it themselves. Now, we have no record that that person's body there, or ashes.
We wanna know where in the lot you put them.
That's right.
Like, I keep using Dad and Mom's for reference. They're stone, Dad and Mom are right in front of the stone, but that was a 6 lot or an 8 lot plot. So us kids could all be put in there, but you'd wanna know where everybody is in that lot. And our maps are, Brooks, you were on that committee, right? Were you on the cemetery committee?
Yeah,
Did you guys do new maps? Or,
I don't believe so.
okay, because I was trying to find some of the old ones.
So you have to buy a plot from the
Town, yes, we sell cemetery plots.
Then I feel like the town should,
Well, it is a town, but I wanna know if it's, I mean, we don't mind doing it, we just,
you know, who should win it.
No.
yeah,
Back along,
we used to do it back,
if the funeral service would
contact us,
contact us and
yeah.
they would know somebody was gonna be buried there, and then sexton would go out, they'd look at the lot and with the family, and they say, well, we wanna be right here. I say, okay, we poke around with a probe and make sure we're not putting it on top of an existing thing. And
It's a true story.
I know.
that's determined, I guess.
Yeah,
But with this, everybody's being cremated, not everybody, but,
but no, but a lot,
and they're bypassing the funeral people and basically taking care of it themselves. So if somebody comes over on Sunday afternoon and puts the ashes in the cemetery lot and nobody knows about it, we don't know they're buried there, and we have no idea if somebody else wants to be put there, what's going on.
right, so
We
you
need-
found the sign, right?
Yes, there's a sign, the county has had this issue too, and they had a sign that says, I've got a picture of it, but it's basically no digging of anything and no placing of headstones and things like that without contacting them first.
I feel like that's a very good plan.
Yeah.
Yes, and then what they have is a sign that, well, everybody but Grafton doesn't have one, but they have a sign there where you, and it gives a telephone number, who to contact. And then, like, they would give the town office a call.
Right.
The town office would direct it to the sexton, and at the same time, they could take the information that somebody's gonna be buried there. But we kinda need to put this plan together, I guess.
Right. And I did contact the county to see where they get their signs, and he got it from White Sign.
Yeah, I figured that's probably what it
Yeah.
was.
I personally feel like the town office should keep track. They're the ones selling
Well,
the
it would,
lots. It would just kind of be like a centralized location.
yeah,
To me, that just
I
makes the
agree
most
with
sense.
that too, but there's times when, I mean, if they call up and they have to refer it to the sexton, they've got the information, or can get the
Right.
information at that point in time. And then the sexton, basically the sexton's job is to go out, locate the lot, if you get the map out and figure out where the lot is, and then see if somebody's already buried there, and then figure out where the family want to put the cremation or the full vault, whatever. But the information should go through the town office, and then you don't have so much of an issue with this year it's this guy, next year it's that guy. and-
Right. Oxford and Norway had clerks that, you know, one clerk handled it.
Yeah,
I know we used to.
yeah.
I
And we've
feel
had some,
like you should again.
we've had some recently that we didn't kind of realize, at least I didn't, that the funeral people were not notifying the town any longer.
Right. Because not everybody.
But then they're not doing it because they're not involved in it in some cases.
Right. Okay. So I guess I'm also looking for approval to get those signs printed, because I think that's a great idea to put on each cemetery, so.
With like the phone number and then,
Yeah.
yeah, who to call.
We need
Yeah.
some signs and probably posts to put them in.
Yeah. Unless we, do they all have the chain fence thing?
No. Sunny River does. This, the one on this side doesn't have it.
No? Okay.
No, it's just
I
that.
just
Just
drive by it
that,
every
yeah.
day, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I just hate more signage, but I think,
I would make a motion that we order the number of signs and posts that we need to do that project. And then maybe we need to have a meeting with the Cemetery Association,
Yeah.
with Bobby's on that and kind of in charge of that. He's gone for a month or so,
they've left already?
I believe they have.
Okay. I know they've left.
They haven't been in West Main, so that's all I know.
I know they're going to Prince Edward Island, so.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Okay, all those in favor?
In favor.
In favor. No, I didn't forget that.
I know, you
Good job.
see, right on it.
Yes, we do good.
Okay, FOAA training required.
Yes, all the planning board, all the select board are required to have this freedom of access training. You could do it online and then print off that you had it. You don't have to go to a class, you don't have to,
We had something like this 3 or 4 years ago.
But you have to do it every time you're reelected. You have to
Yeah.
do it within 120 days of being reelected to a
Okay.
position.
So Bruce, on the planning board,
Mhm.
he needs to do it?
All of them,
Yep.
everybody.
Does everybody on the planning board
No one
have
on
it?
the planning board has had it?
I don't know, I haven't.
And really, all it amounts to is you have to read the frequently asked questions,
Yeah.
sign saying that you did.
Okay.
Well, where do we
Which
go
is the-
online for this?
I have not seen where it says that. Oh, right here,
On the back page?
last page.
Can you send the link via email for that?
I sent it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe I can.
Okay, great.
Okay, we did this a couple weeks ago.
Yes. We were prepared for this.
Oh, this main.gov
Yeah,
slash FOA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so if you read that, then
you're good. So we could, I assume we can print out the questions for you, Tate, and then you can do it that way instead of,
Whatever, yeah.
since you don't get on a computer.
well, this is in, you put it in the packet. These are the questions.
Oh, these are the questions? Oh, okay.
So these are the questions, these are the
Okay,
questions,
I've got it.
and then
Okay.
the last page, you just
Yeah.
sign saying that you did.
Formality.
Sounds like a perfect thing to do at work when we're not busy.
Okay.
When you feel like reading.
And one of them mornings, it's 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
can't sleep.
Uh-huh. Done a few of those.
Okay, Pede Bridge Inspection Report.
Yeah.
I looked at that, and it looked like the biggest problem we have is a few loose bolts and some guardrails,
Yeah. Mhm.
which is,
I bet I know a guy that mows. I bet I know two guys that mow. I could probably take care of that.
Yeah.
yeah, what do you do?
Yeah. They got big wrenches.
This is the one up by Rich Road, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the one by
Cliffs.
Cliff Acres.
Yeah.
Which
So-
is- It's the end of the dead-end road, so it
Yes.
doesn't get a lot of traffic.
No, thankfully.
I don't think we have to set
Well,
up
it gets a plow truck,
barricades
is what it gets. It does get a plow truck.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
They go in into
they're going to
the
cliff and turn
circular.
around, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add this, where we had FEMA money for this bridge, I'm gonna put a copy of this in with that FEMA stuff, because we have to keep track of all of our work for the next 3 years.
Oh,
For
Yeah,
where,
it was like
yeah,
right at the,
that was Christmas.
right at
Yeah.
the bridge that it
Yeah.
washed out, we had to do one, good
Yeah.
idea, good
so,
thinking.
cause I had a meeting with FEMA last week, so we should be getting our money within a couple months, she said,
Okay,
for that storm. What's the next one we're gonna worry about?
Mm.
So I'll add that too. I have an extra copy on my desk.
okay. Request for the Grange Hall by Mindy Berry.
I'm just looking for permission to use the Grange Hall for the craft fair again this year. This is probably the 11th or 11th time, I think, that we've done this. It's never been an issue. Last year, we still got permission, even though that we had the septic issue, but we were donated porta potties from the Savages, so I just wanted to make sure it was okay. It's the last Saturday of October. Hopefully, it's not 75 degrees that day, because that doesn't make people want to go out.
No.
It doesn't wanna make people to go in and buy Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Get a much better turnout when it's a little
Yeah.
cooler.
Yes.
I guess. I don't have a problem, and I guess I'm the only one that can make the decision.
That's right.
So, I have no problem with that.
Thank you.
Discuss the possibility of a special town meeting. Looks like we may have to have some stuff.
Yeah, and we haven't picked, I haven't thrown out any dates yet, because I'm waiting for the auditor to actually come and talk to us about the personal property stuff that we have to write off, or however they're gonna handle it. And she said something about a special town meeting, so I don't know where that's gonna stand. And also for the FEMA money for the May Day storm, we've paid out about $100,000, which is not in our budget, so we may have to have something done that way too, she said. So,
Something else that.
Yeah. We got
Church money had to come before that.
yeah, and the church money has to go to a special town meeting to decide where to put it.
I would say we need to
Yep.
gather up a package and then
Yeah.
make a date.
Yeah,
Or we're just waiting for all the
so,
stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I have for that.
Guess that's the way for that. Code officers report, road committee report, road commissioners report.
You guys have it, I typed it out a week ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
You
didn't know
got
if you wanted to add anything to that or not.
No, I don't.
Okay,
No, it's pretty cut and dry right now.
yeah. How we doing on the bridge here? We got that lined up to get.
Simon's Bridge, oh yeah, Simon's Bridge, we're supposed to see the bids come in September 18th, so that will be on your September 19th agenda to look at the quotes and pick one. And it's going through the Army Corps permitting process right now.
Okay. Is that gonna give time frame enough before cold weather?
May not happen before cold
It
weather.
may not happen
It
until
may not,
next.
until next year, yeah. See how the
Then
bids
the
come
price
in.
will be more.
We may not, we did throw some money at this Simon's
I know
Bridge
we did.
project.
I know we did.
We may not have enough, we may have plenty. We'll see how the bids come in.
Okay. Deputy Town Clerk's report.
You know, I like to talk about liens, so that's what I'm gonna talk about.
Usually you like to talk about how many you've collected.
Yes, well, because we are entering the next fiscal year for our tax bills, we're trying to get as many cleaned up as we can. I have called people, I've sent certified mails, I've sent regular mail, I've contacted lawyers off of deeds, really trying to get this cleaned up. We have 9 liens and they're on 5 accounts. So we have,
One of those.
We have some
deceased
double
sort of
offenders
family,
for-
there's a couple of those going to state. so-
Yeah,
some are estates that are
yeah.
contested, some are just behind, almost caught up, so
Hmm.
they're,
One of them's on my list.
Yeah,
some wait till they get the foreclosure notice before they send the money. But
Yep.
we're down to 9 accounts at this point, and it's just a little over $4,000, so.
and
I'm
out of
excited about
2,000
Good job.
something tax bills, that's not
I
too
mean, I
shabby.
think that's pretty good.
Yes, she's a good name.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd want her on my case.
But I
She
have
does a good
tried
job.
to get
Yes.
to people's lawyers and say, hey, can you contact them? You know, we don't want this.
Because we don't have the right address, and people don't tell us their address.
Or the problem is they don't claim their certified mail.
Because they know what it is.
Because they know it's bad news.
But now I've got it back, and do they really know? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Some
required to
say they
send it
don't, so.
certified, so I just get it back unclaimed.
certified mail's over $8,
But they pay for that.
we charge them.
We charge them
Yes.
for that, so. That's where we're at with that,
Okay.
until the next bill's come
Right.
Got anything for the administrator's report?
Oh, yes.
out.
The senior players do have insurance for use of the Great Jowl.
Okay.
Not sure if they're still gonna use it or not, but, I've been in contact with Betsy Olton, the HR lady, about the personnel policy. She's working on that. We have a Zoom meeting Thursday morning. As we talked about the church money, we are gonna have that at the special town meeting to see where to put it. Commissioners have a budget committee. We got a letter yesterday, the annual Oxford County Budget Committee caucus for December 2nd, for District 2, I don't know where December came from, has been scheduled for 6 PM on Wednesday, August 30th, at the lower floor conference room in Mexico. I believe last year Gary went,
Yeah,
He
wasn't
said
it?
it was a waste of
That's
time.
Right.
so they're looking for you to elect 2 selectmen to serve on the budget committee. So,
No, thank you. Just tell them no, thank you.
okay,
That's what I would do.
well, I thought Gary said it was a waste of time. so-
Yeah.
But they sent a letter, so.
They did.
I can do whatever you want me to do.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yes.
Is that the time where, the town of Newry would ask them for more money for coverage for Riley and Grafton?
I think it would be a good place
To start,
to
yeah.
start.
Okay, all right.
I guess
I'll harass the county, RCC for our list of runs.
Yeah, this came from Dave Dookie.
Okay.
That
So-
could be a problem, getting them to get it to you in a timely manner.
I have,
If you bug them enough, it'll probably come to
I
it.
know where he lives, if I have to go there, I will.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'll give you a copy.
All right, thank you.
And let's see. We did the nuisance law, wait, no, roof plan. That's all I got.
okay.
Thanks,
Yes,
Jenny.
we would move to adjourn if nobody's got anything
Five.
else.
5:47.
Oh, yeah, I'll second that.
All in favor?
Don't mind me,
All in favor?
in favor.